Hey, what's up, gamers? Tom T Squared Taylor here on the PAX East floor with Arnie, and we're taking a look at The Last of Us. Please, for the people that don't know about the game, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, The Last of Us takes place 20 years after a fungal infection has destroyed civilization as we know it. So there's no government, no infrastructure, and it's the story of Joel and Ellie as they travel across the United States, dealing with other human survivors, dealing with these infected humans, and you're exploring to see how the relationship grows as they're getting to know each other during this journey.
So I'm curious to see about the many different ways you could possibly take people out in this game. It looks like there's a wide variety.
There's a couple different things with the combat, right? Like there's melee combat, there's gun combat too. You can be stealthy, so you can find ways to sort of take out people by stealth and come behind them. And a lot of the melee too is contextual as well. So it really depends on, if you're near a wall, you're going to slam somebody up against the wall, or you're going to use a desk as part of what you're doing. So we really wanted to make it feel grounded in the world that's there, and one of the best ways to do that is to make it contextual based on what's around.
How much does stealth play into a role in this game? It seems like this is a really dark lit area right here, and he's got a flashlight. And is this kind of how most of the game goes right here?
Well, you have to remember, like, when the world's sort of been destroyed and there's no infrastructure, electricity is something that is only limited towards, maybe certain groups of people that are able to find generators or find ways to do it. So, I think there's a couple interesting things with what we're doing with the game is the fact that there aren't going to be a lot, or there aren't going to be a lot of artificial light sources because there is no electricity. So it's like flashlight or natural light, with the sunlight. A lot of the sounds also, like sound's going to be really important because there's so much sound in the world that we're around with today that we take for granted because we filtered it out. Sounds of traffic, sounds of planes going overhead. There's a world where none of those sounds really exist either. So you're going to have that. You're going to notice that distinct contrast with no sound.
So it's highly recommended that you play this game with headphones on,
or with a really good stereo system. Like if you've got directional sound, it'd be great.
I'm like it. Can you walk me through what this guy's about to do right there? What was that little play?
So actually, when the screen goes gray there, so there's a listen mode, because going back to like how sound is very important, and some of the enemies that you're fighting against, especially the infected, they're very sensitive to sound as well. And so we're trying to find a way so that you could visualize what you're hearing as well as hear it, sort of through the headphones or through your system. And what you can do is there's a listen mode where Joel, it's a visual representation of what Joel happens. Joel is the main character that you're playing. As he's focusing really hard to listen to the sounds and the environment around him. So he's able to make out generally where other people or creatures are. He's able to hear their footsteps. So that's what you're seeing as a visual representation that way. But it slows you down because he's so focused and trying to hear what's happening.
That's badass. And, well, he died right there. He totally got ripped up to shreds, but you were able to see exactly what was going on the entire time. The flashlight stayed on him. I really like that. Is that something that you guys paid attention to, that things don't get too crazy?
Yeah, the whole thing is we are trying to keep everything grounded in realism. So even though we've taken liberties with some of the fiction and whatsoever, we wanted to make sure that everything stayed consistent that way.
Looks great, man. I liked it. I'm kind of scared, to be honest. I'm going to have to walk around here with a flashlight. But hey, thanks, Arnie. I appreciate it. The Last of Us, guys, check it out.